White Bear, KYH6. Harry was calling the homestead. We had named it White Bear after a big white grizzly we had seen nearby. KYH6 was the radio call sign of our air charter business. Go ahead. Buzzy Wheeler answered. Harry had flown Buzzy and Dan Charles up the week before to finish the new rooms we were adding to the cabin. What's the weather doing up there? Harry asked. There was a short pause. Overcast, good visibility, and light south wind, Buzzy replied. Get any snow? Harry wanted to know. It had rained most of the week in Bethel, but with the higher elevation it could have snowed at White Bear. Yeah. How much snow is on the strip? Harry prompted. About 3 inches, Buzzy said. Are you sure that's all? Yeah. Okay, Dolly and I are coming up, and I will take you guys back tomorrow and come back next week for Dolly. We will be there in about an hour. I gave another shriek of delight. This would be my best birthday ever, a whole week of staying at home. I missed my 2 husky dogs, Tengupak and Freckles. I wondered how the cabin looked now with the new addition. I was so excited it was hard to concentrate on packing. Let's see. I could bring my sewing, some books, food, and better not forget the toilet paper, and, oh yes, my long johns. The Cessna 180's engine had purred as we turned the corner of the mountain range and started up the narrow valley. The small opening in the trees came into view, and Harry throttled back the power. "Seat belt on?" he asked. It was something he always asked his passengers, both on takeoff and landings. "Yes." I smiled back at him as I strained my eyes to see the cabin. But it was too far away and tucked back into the last stand of trees at the edge of the timberline. The plane glided softly through the air over the treetops. I felt as though I could reach down and touch them if I tried. Harry was an excellent pilot, skilled and competent, although a bit impatient at times. We had flown all over Alaska during the first years we had been together. I trusted him entirely. In just a few moments, I would be home. I looked out at the mountains and was surprised to see how much snow was on the ground. Buzzy had said 3 inches. It looked like more. Maybe it would snow again while I was home, and maybe I would get snowed in for a month. I smiled at the thought. There would be so much to do at the cabin. Firewood to split, shelves to build, water to haul, laundry to scrub. I wondered if I would have time to read the novel I had brought. I loved to read. There just never seemed to be time at the office. The plane flared gently and settled onto the soft white field of snow. And then the wheels had grabbed suddenly in the deep powder, and the plane had flipped. The snow was well over a foot deep and far beyond the safe landing capabilities of a wheel-equipped Cessna. Instead of rolling out to a smooth stop, we had gone from 60 miles an hour to an almost instant halt. The cargo had been thrown violently forward. I had felt a hard thump to the back of my head as an oil can hit me. "Shit!" Harry yelled. "Damn it!" I felt an enormous relief. Harry was still alive. "We have to get out of here. Hurry up, Dolly. Take off your seatbelt," Harry shouted. I fumbled with the latch on the seatbelt as Harry struggled with the door. "Damn it!" Harry swore again and said something about the door being stuck. Oh no. Waves of panic hit again. We had to get out, now. I choked back the fear and clawed at the seatbelt. Suddenly the latch gave away, and I tumbled to the roof of the airplane, which was on the ground. I laid there a second, stunned, trying to grasp that concept. "Damn it, Dolly, help me with this door. Give me that fire extinguisher." I saw the fire extinguisher above me, dangling from its bracket on what had been the floor of the plane. I reached for it, tugging at the rusted bracket that held it there. "Hurry up!" Harry shouted. My head throbbed, and I felt muddled and confused. The rusted latch seemed far away and foreign. "Hurry up!" Harry yelled again. I ripped the bracket loose and handed him the fire extinguisher. He snatched it up and pushed at the door. It opened.